guys? Anthony here with Empire Music, empiremusic.com. Phone number at the shop, 412-343-5299. I'll put a link below to our current inventory in this stuff, but Fender custom shop basses, always a hot topic here in the shop. Always happy to see new ones come through, and I've never seen one of these in person. At least not that I can recall. Maybe at the NAMM show one year, but we've never had one in the shop. It's the Dusty Hill signature bass. So this is like an early precision bass, but with some, I don't know if I want to call it bells and whistles, but it's definitely got some modern touches, some modern flair to it. Super cool. I'm not like the biggest ZZ Top fan, but I love Tres Hombres, I love LaGrange, and I kind of like Afterburner. I have to admit, I know it's from the 80s, but it just reminds me of growing up with the album cover there. But obviously it has the reverse headstock. It has some cool looks to it. The only thing that we're missing here is the very long beard. If I would have known this was coming in, I would have started this process months ago and grown this thing out to look the part. Maybe I'll Photoshop one on there whenever I do the thumbnail for this, but I probably won't, because that'll, maybe, we'll see. Be a surprise for everybody. So it's got a lightweight ash bite, and it's super light. And it's not neck divey, which is something that kind of happens when you get that reverse headstock stuff, or the reverse headstock with the gears on the bottom, the tuning machines on the bottom. It doesn't really have any of that, which is kind of shocking to me. Dome knobs, which look great. No Castor Blonde finish on there. Like I said, lightweight ash. Custom neck shape on there. I don't really know what this neck shape is. It almost has a little bit of like V quality to it, spine, did you feel up here? Into like a C or a D up here, so it almost feels like a compound neck shape as far as the profile. 9.5 radius on there, stripped with rounds on it, which kind of makes sense considering like ZZ Top's, rockin' band fighting Billy Gibbons, like kind of high gainy guitar at times. It's like loud arena rock at times. So it cuts through the mix for sure. And it has this Seymour Duncan single coil in it. So, the early P-Bass iteration had this, instead of the split coil P-Bass, had just the straight single coil, kind of like the Telly style pickup in that. And it had the slab body, which this has. But the output on this is very different from what we see with, I just did a video on like the 53 P-Bass, and we've done it on like the 51s and the American Vintage stuff. That's definitely has a lower output kind of thing to it. Now, I don't know if it's just the round ones. I didn't put this on a multimeter to see what the output impedance is on it, but it definitely seems like it has a little bit, again, as much as this pickup can have, like a little more modern sensibility to it, a little bit more modern punch. The 2-barrel bridge on the back certainly is a vintage kind of thing. The relicking job is fantastic on this. Very, very cool. You got the dust neck plate on the back. So very, very well done. Oh, that's a nice touch too. They got the white control plate on the back. Just, subtle touches there. No pick guard on the front, which to me always feels weird. Not that you're gonna slap on a bass like this, but even playing fingerstyle, when there's like, I feel like there's just all this space down there. It almost sometimes feels like you're playing in quicksand. But these basses don't necessarily, even with the modern touch and sensibility to it, they don't really call for super fast playing. So tonally, we're gonna pull out of this thing. No guards, no covers, which is cool, so we can kind of move our hand around a little bit. Full volume, full tone. We'll kind of just move the hand back and forth, see what we get out of it. let's dissect into that a little bit. Here, to the middle. To the bridge. So pretty cool difference there. Not quite as dynamic as we see with the split coil pickup, but again, I try to sort of think of that as, since we have this coil going in the same line down, we don't have the split coil, which gives you like that 1/4 inch difference to where that magnetic field is. Kind of changes the tonality of it, not to mention just the lower output on the pickup, even though this has the Seymour Duncan one in it. It's definitely lower output than your modern split bass P pickup. Roll some tone off on that. See what that palm muting does there. I like that. That's cool too. Once again, in real time, we discover something together as a team. Actually, you're not doing anything, you're just watching. But that's an awesome tone right there. So rolling that back, I love that. I mean, not that I didn't like it in the first place, but taking some of that top end off, maybe I'm used to something, I'm used to this tonality with flats on this pickup. Let me take a little more off. You might need to juice your amp a little bit, as we'll do. Man, that's like really almost like that, so tubby and so low. I'd probably throw some flats on there and accentuate, kind of lean into that character, but I get why this has rounds on it. So super unique bass. Obviously look-wise with the reverse headstock is some might be divisive to some, but very, very well balanced for having that too with the lightweight ash body on it. So the Dusty Hill signature P bass from Fender Custom Shop. It's kind of got that not kind of, it has tons of that early 50s vibe to it with a little extra push from that Seymour Duncan pickup, at least that I'm picking up with my attack on it. Really slimmer neck than what we see too. So a nice hybrid of sorts. Very typical in the looks, but a little something extra kind of under the hood or behind the scenes there. So again, the Dusty Hill signature bass Fender Custom Shop. Phone number at Empire Music is 412-343-5299. My personal email address is anthony@empiremusic.com. Please reach out. Free shipping, pro setup, answer all your questions. I'll play any bass you want, check it out for you firsthand. I'll put a link below to our current Fender Custom Shop inventory. Hopefully, if you're interested in this, it is still in stock, although About 6, 7 years here, I've only seen one of them, and I expect this thing to kind of fly out the door. But it's really cool. See you next time.